Permission to come aboard, sir. This is it.
That's it.
And I'm going to ask for permission to come aboard.
Please, some of the original teak wood is uneven.
It was very common in that era for float planes to be both on battleships and also cruisers. And they were kind of the eyes, the scouting force of the ship, as well as giving corrections to the aiming of the big guns.
When you got on one of these ships, it was for the duration.
Right.
Yeah,
So
this is my home.
Officers have to buy their own food. They get a monthly food bill. And this is the address of this compartment. When there's a fire, when there's emergencies, this is how they send people.
Think of Iowa as a miniature city.
You spent time in the brig? Oh, not too much. Months.
Is that really a washing machine?
Well, it says Dyna washing.
The ship made its own fresh water.
Like,
An ironer, okay. When you talk about the bunks, 5 high, how did they do that? When you talk about engineering, 130, 140 degrees, how did they do that? When you talk about the ladders, running up the ladders, sliding down the ladders on your palms, stepping off the top and not hitting a step. How did they do that? You're a kid, you don't know any better, everybody else is doing it, it is what it is, that's how you live. And also, just like baseball, there's no crying in the Navy.
one of the questions I had, I don't know, you probably answered this already. What was the top speed of the ship?
Top speed of the ship, she was designed to do 33 knots.
Now in the storerooms that are below us, they carried enough food for 119 days. And the soda fountain produced 600 gallons of ice cream each month.
You were on the planet when the Iowa was.
Oh yeah.
They're
4 years old.
4 years old, playing in the bathtub with little toy boats.
Oh, I remember they had little baskets.
Little battleships.
I did have one.
Just to your left over here is the Master Chief Petty Officer's cabin. There was a real famous individual, his name was Bobby Scott. He was in the Navy for 40 years. And this was his stateroom right over to our left.
Wait, you're saying they made ashtrays out of the
Out of the bases of the shell casing.
During World War II, they'd have a lifeline or supply line come from other ships. Or maybe you'd pick it up in port.
said you painted?
Yes.
You were a painter.
I'm one of the painters. There's actually the majority of the painting on this ship. There's 3 women that are doing it all.
One turret, which, as you know, because you saw that it went down 4 decks,
Yeah.
weighed about as much as World War II destroyed.
Wow. When did you hear about the Iowa coming?
Well, I knew about it 3 years ago. I heard that they had a chance to get a ship of this class here in San Pedro. I don't talk about this ship, I talk about my ship. Taffy 3, you know what Taffy 3 is?
No.
That's where the ship was supposed to be sunk. And I want everybody to know what happened in World War II.
Well, I met a true hero of World War II. He's 88. Bob Despain said his ship was sunk, and he was in the water for 3 days.
Big 16-inch guns behind me. The USS Iowa, World War II ship. She served with distinction, and it's a privilege to be on board.
This is great. Live like this.
This is the FDR bathtub.
Yeah, he's got his own toilet, and there's a telephone right next to it.
Here's the
Bridge, I guess up there. Here's Halsey, November 1942. Wow. How do you get into it?
Too big for you, son.
Okay, buddy. Take care, huh?
Bye.
Thanks a lot.